If you've sent more than 300 outreaches and not got a copywriting client, then you're doing things very wrong. Forget the trashy outreach methods that you taught everywhere else on YouTube and learn this one that I'm about to teach you. It's called the free consulting method, and this is the method that I have tested over 2,000 outreaches since I started freelancing. Before I tell you more about the free consulting method, let me give you some context to clarify the methods of copywriting outreach. There are two main approaches of outreaching to clients: high volume outreach and high value outreach. High volume outreach is where you send as many outreaches as you can, and high value outreach is where you send the best outreach messages that you can, even if it's just to like 5 people per week. In my experience, neither of those two methods works. High volume outreach doesn't work because most copywriters use this approach, and as a result, most prospects are drowning in DMs and emails from time wasters that call themselves copywriters. If you send someone an email asking if they're doing anything with email marketing or just cold pitching them that you're a copywriter, they're not even going to respond to you. Now, high value outreach can work in theory, but in practice it doesn't. For a moment, put yourself in the shoes of a business owner. If somebody sent you free copy, whether it was some emails, a sales page, or a script, would you appreciate that? You would, because it's a kind gesture, and right off the bat, the person who reached out to you has shown that they're serious about working with you and that they can write copy very well. But the problem is, if you were the copywriter, it may have taken you about 3 hours to send a single outreach message. So if you get ghosted, that's 3 hours of work gone to waste. And believe it or not, most people will ghost high value outreach. I sent over 20 high value outreaches and spent more than 20 hours working on them. And I got ghosted by every single person, even though I followed up. And it's not because my writing was bad. My writing has helped people make money in the past. High value outreach doesn't work because of one main reason: the law of reciprocity. If someone does something nice for you, you feel obliged to reciprocate and be kind to them too. So if someone spends 4 hours putting together a new sales page and the prospect doesn't like it, or they don't think they need a copywriter, or maybe they already have a copywriter, that prospect is going to ghost you, because they're going to feel too bad for rejecting you after you gave them so much value. That's the second reason why you shouldn't waste your time with high value outreach, because prospects feel so uncomfortable rejecting you. This leads you to waste your time following up on your initial outreach message that you put so much time and effort into, only to never get a response. So that's that. Don't use high volume outreach and don't use high value outreach. You need an outreach method that combines high volume and high value so that you get the best of both worlds. But you don't want to provide so much value that it takes all of your time and you can't send lots of outreach messages. And you don't want to provide so much value that prospects feel bad for rejecting you, causing you to waste time following up. The outreach method that ticks those boxes is called the free consulting method. I've spoke about the free consulting method on my channel many times because it's so important. I can't reiterate enough how good and critical the free consulting method is if you ever want to get copywriting clients. Here are the steps of doing the free consulting method. First, find something in your prospect's funnel that's costing them money, which could be something like poorly written copy or incomplete copy, or it could be the absence of an important piece of copy. So, for example, they might not have a sales page or an opt-in form or a welcome email. Secondly, you want to explain to the prospect why that's a problem. So just point out how that mistake in their funnel could be costing them money. And finally, convey how you could help them solve the problem and offer the prospect some more free value if they respond. Writing an outreach message like this can take up to 10 minutes or maybe even longer if you're new to the free consulting method. But the chances of you landing a client like this are much higher. Also, if you do the free consulting method for just an hour per day for a month, you'll have sent about 160 outreach messages. So you can see how the free consulting method is a good balance between quality and quantity. Here's an example of what a free consulting outreach message could look like. Hello, name. I clicked the link to join your school community and noticed that you don't have a long form sales page. Since the school community is priced at $135 per month, it may help to have a more comprehensive sales page that explains the following points. I know that's quite a lot. No pressure, but would you be interested if I drafted a sales page outline in a Google Doc and sent it to you? That's it. A very simple message that you can send that's way more likely to get you positive responses than blasting 1,000 DMs asking people questions about their business. That's one key to the free consulting method that I've not shared before. Once you've written the message and you're about to press the send button, pause for a moment and ask yourself this question. If 100 people reached out to this person this week, would this message stand out and be different to all of the rest? Would it get their attention, and would it be something they may be interested in? So to summarize, the only way you're going to get copywriting clients is if you use a method like the free consulting method that has a balance between quality and quantity. You should aim to spend about 10 minutes per outreach, and if you do that for an hour per day and follow up, it will be very surprising if you don't get on sales calls. If you take note of what I've just shared with you about outreach, then I'm confident that you'll be on the right track to getting your first client with the free consulting method. I've just shared a lot of my experience with you in this video, but there's still a lot more that goes into becoming a full-time copywriter. You need to learn the principles of persuasion and influence, the process of writing copy, how to structure your writing, find prospects, get their attention with outreach, follow up until you get a response, and then close the prospect on a sales call. And once you've done that, you then need to know how to deliver work to the clients and get paid, and be a true professional. I've mentioned this before, but I've looked back at my freelancing career and put together a guide for people looking for a direct route to becoming a copywriter. The guide covers everything you need to know to add to your current income with freelance copywriting, and maybe even become a full-time freelance copywriter if that's what you want to do. And in the guide, I don't just stop after teaching you the very basics about marketing, copywriting, sales, and the other practical skills that copywriters need. I also give you in-depth details from my personal experience so that you can turn the theory into real skill and get to a level where writing high converting copy and getting clients is second nature. There aren't many differences between a novice copywriter making no money and a full-time copywriter making thousands. The purpose of this guide is to help you make the small tweaks needed in the fastest time possible and skip the time-wasting mistakes that most copywriters will fall into. And to do that, you'll get access to teaching material that I've written and compiled myself. This includes modules on pretty much every subject matter that you need to know in order to start making money with copywriting. And if you sign up with the link in the description, you'll get immediate access to everything that's currently in the course and access to whatever else is added in the future at no extra cost. Like I said, I share a lot from my experience on this channel, but if you want to get a lifetime access to a structured copywriting guide that gives you all the knowledge you need and guides you on how to develop your skills, then you're welcome to enroll and level up your copywriting. The link to do so is in the description below. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.